Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello students, welcome to second PUC Business Studies online classes. Students, in the previous class we have studied about the distribution channels. Under that we have concluded 2 points that is factors determining the choice of channel, right? First one was product related factors, second one was company characteristics, company features. Let me move on to the third one, competitive factors. Third point under this, competitive factors. Competitive factors like which channel the competitor has selected for his product, similar product. We are manufacturing biscuits. So, which channel we have to use? Which channel the competitor has used? Some firms they target to use the same channel that is used by the competitor, and some companies they never use the channel that is used by the rivals, that is competitors, isn't it? Depending upon this factor, whether the competitors channels, that is channels used by the competitor should be selected or not, that should be decided first. So competitive factors that determines the choice of a channel, choice of a channel. Fourth one is market factors. Market factors. Market factors like demand and supply for the goods, isn't it? If the buyers are concentrated in a particular place, then what we have to do? We have to sell the products, we have to store the products somewhere near the customer's place. When the customers are there, we have to sell the goods by accumulating the goods in that particular area. We have to see the that is bulkiness or volume of the product also. If the goods are that is bulky, finished goods are very bulky, then it is better to manufacture near customers, that is area. Like if the customers are concentrated in a particular area, nearby that if we maintain our production system, so that we can shift the goods very easily to the customers. Otherwise, transporting the bulky goods from one place to another place is a challenge for the marketer or the seller or the manufacturer, isn't it? So market factors also determines the choice of a channel, that is which channel should be selected, lengthy channel or that is direct marketing, that should be selected by the manufacturer. Then if the raw material is somewhere, isn't it, concentrated somewhere, then if the raw material is bulky and finished goods is bit that is lightweight, then we have to establish the production center near the source of raw material, and then we have to distribute the goods to different parts of the country, isn't it? So that is competitive factors or market factors, market factors. Then last one is environmental factors. Environmental factors. That is other factors. Environmental factors means that is a legal or that is a depressed economy. In a depressed economy, it is very difficult, isn't it? So we have to decide this also. We have to make sure that in a depressed economy the demand will be less. So you have to hold the goods for a longer period of time till the demand arises in case of consumer durables. So what you have to do is you have to select such channel. Lengthy channel is better for that because the wholesaler will do the work of the storing and releasing it to the market and waiting for the right time to come to release the goods to the market, isn't it? So, and even legal problem also will come when you select it's a channel, whether it should be passed through the wholesalers, retailers and lengthy channel, or you have to do direct marketing. That is also to be taken into consideration. If the market is in a small area, no need of using that lengthy channel. It's better to do the direct marketing or selling through own retail outlets or branches. It will be convenient and beneficial for the manufacturer. Then physical distribution, isn't it? Physical distribution. Or place how to distribute the goods to the consumers. Till now what we have studied is that is the channels of distribution, how the goods should be shifted from there is a manufacturer's end to the consumer's hands, isn't it? Now let us move on. What are that is components of physical distribution? When you physically distribute the products to the consumers, what are the functions that you assume? You have to assume. Let us study about that. Is components of physical distribution. Physical distribution components. First one is order processing. Order processing. Nowadays it is very easy, isn't it? You will be given a toll-free number, just call and place the order, or online portal will be there, log into that, isn't it? Select the products and place the order with the online seller. Give the address and all those things, pay online, goods will reach, and define the mode of delivery that is required as per your requirement. The manufacturer or the marketer will send the product to your doorsteps. So order processing is very complicated it's a task, because each and every order placed should be properly verified whether the same goods which is ordered by the customer is getting delivered to him or not, isn't it? There may be rejection, there may be that is a wrong product delivered, the quality may be different, price may be different, isn't it? Such complications may arise. So for that purpose the manufacturer or the marketer must make sure that the orders are processed in a proper way and there is a problem for the customer in receiving the goods. So that is order processing, order process. Then transportation. Of course, while distributing the goods, we have to make sure that we are sending the goods from the manufacturer's place to consumer, or from wholesalers go down to consumer with the help of transportation. Which mode should be used? Whether you are sending the goods from one country to another country, which is the what type of product you are selling? Is it a bulky, a lightweight? Whether it is a voluminous, whether it has more value, is it precious one, isn't it? Or it is having low rate per kg or per unit. So you have to select on that basis. Then whether you are distributing it nationally, internationally, or in a local area, depending upon that you have to select the mode of transport, that is a land, water or air. If it is like a gems and jewelry, costly items, lightweight, you can dispatch through, that is airway, isn't it? If it is a bulky one or voluminous and it is not perishable one, then you can opt for, that is water transport, ocean transport, because it is the cheapest mode of transport for long distance, isn't it? Then if you want to deliver it to the local area, then you can select the land transport, that is a rail, or rail if it is a bulky one, road if it is not that much voluminous, isn't it? Then you can use road transport. So this is depending upon the type of product, isn't it? You have to select the mode of transport. So transportation is very important in case of physical distribution, because transportation creates place utility. When you shift from node where there is no demand to where there is more demand, your goods will be sold. So transportation is a very important it's a function, or which is the component which determines the physical distribution. Next one is warehousing. Warehousing or storehouses, isn't it? Godowns. Warehousing, I already told you, it is having wide scope than you are storing. Storing and warehousing. Warehousing is having more, that's wider scope, and storing is a part of the warehousing. It is a part of the warehousing, isn't it? So warehousing means housing the goods in such a way that the quality of the goods will not deteriorate, there will not be damage, pilferage, or leakage, and again they will do a lot of functions like sorting, assorting, isn't it? Accumulation, all these functions will be done by the warehouses. So grading and packing in a small quantity, isn't it? Small pouch, all these are done, and foreign particles, separation of foreign particles in the goods, all these will be done by the warehouses. So this is called warehousing function. The next one is inventory control. Inventory control, very important friends. Inventory control in the sense both raw material and finished goods control, because raw material should be arranged in such a way that the machine should not stop, the production should not stop, the logistics alliance should be done in such a way that there will not be there is a shortage of quantity of raw materials, or even for the customers, whenever there is a demand, they must make sure that the goods will be available, like in Udupi, Radha Medicals 24 hours service, isn't it? Whatever medicine, there is emergency medicine, they will arrange for it directly from the company. Within 24 hours, they will arrange for the medicines of such diseases, isn't it? Which are emergency medicines, that will be arranged by them. So in the same way, that is logistics alliance must be there. So inventory control, in the sense, the goods should not get accumulated in the godown, because it is a loss of money, because it is a borrowed funds which are used by business people. Most of the business people, they never invest from their pocket. They will borrow from outside, so maybe from the capital market, isn't it? Or they may borrow from the banks and other, that is financial institutions, and they will invest public money. When public money is invested, they must make sure that it is used in a proper way and it is not wasted anywhere. If you continuously produce the goods and if you store it somewhere without selling, or there is no demand for your product, the borrowed fund is blocked in the inventory. So you have to make sure that inventory will not accumulate in your godown. For that, you have to make sure that how much demand is there from the market, how much stock is available in your godown, and how much is produced during the month or in a particular period. So that they can have a continuous flow of production, they will have a continuous flow of, there is a sales, isn't it? So managing these things, because if there is more demand from the market, goods are not produced, your customers will go to some other manufacturer's product. They will divert from your, that is a market, to other market. Your market slice, market share gets reduced. Your market leadership, you will lose it, isn't it? So that will happen. For that reason, you have to maintain proper control over the inventory so that the right quantity is available at right time to the right person, isn't it? Right customers, so that you can have there's a good flow of your inventory, the demand, purchase, all these things, sales, everything will be controlled by the channel members. So it is another, that is component of physical distribution. Then let us move on to the next marketing mix element, last one, that is promotion. Last one, it is promotion. With these three elements of marketing mix, that is product, price, place, are done, completed. Now fourth one, that is promotion. What is promotion? Promotion means shifting the goods from the manufacturer to the consumers through any means, or this involves persuading the people to buy the product. Like we tried hard, isn't it, to make sure that we will get good customers, any manufacturer for that matter. So for that, the marketer has to do, the product, the manufacturer has to do a lot of work. He has to identify the needs of the people. Then he has to plan, let's do market planning, that is he has to make sure that how much quantity should be produced, how much is the cost, all these things should be decided. Then pilot run should be done, that is should manufacture on a small quantity, and that quantity should be dispatched to the market. He has to see the feedback of the customers, then he has to sell, So that is market planning, isn't it? So when you do market planning and when you want to sell the goods to the customers, you have to persuade the customers through any means. Once the goods are manufactured, it must be sold in the market, otherwise your fund gets blocked. So to avoid this blockage of funds, you have to make sure that whenever goods are produced, there will be ready demand for your product. So you have to produce as per the requirement of the market. So whatever the customer needs, if you are ready with the product, then customer will buy immediately. Someone is thirsty, you have ready water in your hand, definitely he will buy, isn't it? And you have to make sure that whatever the type of water that is required, which company, that is packaged drinking water, is required to him, if it is provided, then only he will buy, otherwise he will not buy, even if he is thirsty. He will search for the product that is required for him. Gone are the days, friends, whatever you produce, you can dump in the market and it will be sold in the market. No, gone are the days, because customer is the king in the market. Consumer is the king in the market, and he has every right to select or reject. He has the right to select and reject. So he will buy only those products which are required for him. You cannot hold the collar of a customer and threaten him that you must buy it. You have visited our shop, so you must buy it. You have wasted my time, my salesman's time. Can you do that? You never can do that. Because he can select or reject, isn't it? So promotion is a persuasive activity where the prospect is converted into a customer. A person who visits to your doorstep, he will be converted through your different techniques of, that is persuasion. It's not only selling, it is telling and selling, isn't it? Not only telling and selling, it is persuasive telling and selling. Moving on to promotion mix. What are the different tools of promotion mix? What are the tools that are included in the promotion? we have different tools like advertising, promotion mix. First one is advertising. Second one is personal selling or salesmanship. Personal selling or salesmanship. We call it as salesmanship. Then publicity and public relation, isn't it? Sales promotion is there, public relation or publicity. Then last one is sales promotion. Sales promotion. These are the four types of that is promotion mix or promotional tools. Now let us move on to the first one, that is advertising. It is an art of everyday observation that hundreds of varieties of products are entering the market that are yet to be made known to the public. Of course, someone manufacturing in Delhi of super fine product which is useful to the people, isn't it? But which is not known to a person who is residing in Karkala, what is the use? So it should be made known to the public through different tools. You have to persuade the person, and for that the person should know that you are manufacturing this product and it has this use benefit. Do you think people will buy products without having any intention? They have some particular intention to use it and to get them satisfied, isn't it? So it is an art. It is not a Sunday gardening or child's play. It is very hard to catch the customers. Advertising is like a salesmanship in print. The copy which describes a lot of things. Just by having a glance over the advertisement copy, the customer will, the passerby or the prospect will get a lot of information. You have to make sure that the copy should be drafted in such a way that when the person takes a look on the copy, he should stay and read the entire copy. So drafting of the advertisement is very, very important. So for that you have to put all your efforts. There should be pictorial representation, there should be wordings, there should be numbers, everything, whatever you can include which attracts a common man also, that should be there in the advertisement copy. So well drafted copy should be simple, easy to understand, isn't it? Having a staying power, that is, after seeing the advertisement, when you go to reach home, that should again recall in your mind. Again on the next day, when you go in another place, you will see the same advertisement. When you switch on the channel, your television, isn't it? Then again you will see the same advertisement. Everywhere it catches your attention. Ultimately, when you reach the shop, you will ask for the same product. Like that one celebrity, isn't it, comes with what he says, that is Neemu, Nimma Samsarada, real star, something he says. Then he gives advertisement of that iron rods, isn't it? See how they plant. सब फर्क दिखता है, साफ दिखता है. So Amitabh Bachchan and one more celebrity, they comes with Ghadi detergent, isn't it? See, they will create a problem and they will give a solution to you. So if you have that problem, they have a solution for that. Definitely you will be persuaded. Here, indirectly they persuade you to buy the product. So I will take up the other part of advertising in the next class. Take down assignment. Write the components of or mention the components of physical distribution. Submit assignment on time. Thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.